Imagine two people who start their lives in almost the same situation. They grow up in similar environments, receive similar education, and begin their careers earning roughly the same income. Years pass, and something strange happens. One of them slowly builds wealth, invests wisely, and eventually becomes financially free. The other works just as hard, maybe even harder, yet remains stuck in the same financial cycle year after year. The difference between these two people is rarely intelligence or luck. More often, the difference lies in psychology. The way people think about money shapes the way they behave with it. And over long periods of time, those behaviors determine whether someone builds wealth or remains trapped in financial struggle. Becoming rich is not only about financial knowledge or investment strategies. It is deeply connected to human psychology. One of the first psychological differences between wealthy individuals and everyone else is their relationship with time. Most people think about money in terms of the present. They ask themselves what they can afford today, what they can buy this month, or what lifestyle they can maintain right now. Wealthy individuals often think very differently. They think in decades rather than days. Instead of asking what they can buy today, they ask what decisions today will create freedom years into the future. This shift in perspective changes everything. When someone begins thinking long-term, their financial decisions naturally change. Spending becomes more intentional. Investments become more attractive. Delayed gratification becomes easier because the long-term reward feels meaningful. Delayed gratification is one of the most powerful psychological traits connected to wealth building. The ability to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gain is rare, yet it appears repeatedly among successful investors and entrepreneurs. Instead of immediately spending every increase in income, they redirect part of that money toward assets that will grow over time. At first, this may seem like a small difference in behavior, but over decades, this habit compounds into a massive financial advantage. Another psychological factor that shapes financial outcomes is the way people perceive risk. Many individuals view risk as something dangerous that should be avoided whenever possible. This mindset often leads people to avoid investing, avoid starting businesses, and avoid opportunities that could significantly improve their financial future. Wealthy individuals tend to see risk differently. They do not seek reckless risk, but they understand that avoiding all risk can be even more dangerous. Inflation slowly erodes savings, stagnant careers limit income growth, and missed opportunities accumulate over time. Instead of asking how to eliminate risk completely, wealthy thinkers ask how to manage risk intelligently. They study opportunities carefully, diversify their investments, and make calculated decisions rather than emotional ones. Learning also plays a critical psychological role in the journey toward wealth. Many people stop actively learning about money once they leave school. Financial topics such as investing, markets, taxes, and business strategies often remain unfamiliar. Wealthy individuals frequently take the opposite approach. They treat financial education as a lifelong process. They read about markets, study successful businesses, analyze economic trends, and learn from both successes and failures. Over time, this knowledge becomes a powerful advantage. Every lesson improves future decision-making. Another important psychological trait connected to wealth is emotional discipline. Financial markets move constantly. Prices rise and fall. News headlines create excitement and fear. Many investors make decisions based on emotion rather than logic. They panic when markets fall and become overly confident when markets rise. This emotional cycle often leads to buying at high prices and selling during downturns. Wealthy investors often train themselves to remain calm during volatility. They focus on long-term strategies instead of reacting to every short-term movement. This emotional stability allows them to stay invested, while others exit the market at the worst possible time. Belief systems also shape financial outcomes. Many people grow up hearing statements like money is hard to earn, wealthy people are lucky, or financial success is reserved for a small group of individuals. These beliefs quietly influence behavior. If someone believes wealth is impossible or unfair, they are less likely to pursue opportunities that could lead to financial growth. Wealthy individuals often develop a different set of beliefs. They tend to see wealth as a skill that can be learned rather than a privilege granted to a few. This belief encourages them to experiment, learn from mistakes, and continue improving their financial decisions. Environment also influences financial psychology. Human beings naturally adopt the habits and expectations of the people around them. If someone grows up in an environment where financial struggle is common, it can be difficult to imagine a different outcome. On the other hand, being surrounded by people who discuss business ideas, investments, and opportunities can dramatically reshape financial thinking. Exposure expands imagination. It shows what is possible and encourages new behaviors. Another psychological pattern connected to wealth is the difference between consumption and ownership. Many people associate financial success with visible consumption. Expensive cars, luxury clothing, large homes, and public displays of wealth. While these things may signal status, they do not always represent real wealth. Wealthy thinkers often focus more on ownership than consumption. Instead of spending money only on lifestyle upgrades, they direct significant resources toward assets that produce income or increase in value. Businesses, investments, intellectual property, and other productive assets become the foundation of their financial strategy. Over time, these assets generate income streams that do not depend entirely on active work. Perhaps the most powerful psychological shift involved in becoming rich is the transition from scarcity thinking to opportunity thinking. Scarcity thinking focuses on limitations. It asks what cannot be done, what resources are missing, or why success is unlikely. Opportunity thinking looks for possibilities. It asks how problems can be solved, where value can be created, and how new ideas can generate growth. This mindset encourages experimentation and innovation. Many successful entrepreneurs and investors built their fortunes by identifying opportunities that others ignored or dismissed. None of these psychological traits guarantee immediate wealth. Building financial independence still requires effort, discipline, and time. But psychology shapes the direction of that effort. It influences how people respond to opportunities, how they manage challenges, and how they think about the future. Over long periods of time, these patterns of thinking accumulate into dramatically different outcomes. The psychology of becoming rich is not about chasing money blindly. It is about understanding the behaviors and mental frameworks that allow money to grow over time. When someone begins thinking long-term, learning continuously, managing risk wisely, and prioritizing ownership over consumption, they start moving in the direction of wealth. And the most important realization is that these psychological shifts can be learned. Anyone can begin changing the way they think about money, opportunity, and the future. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep learning the secrets behind money, investing, and financial success, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who might find it valuable, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future videos. And if you want to continue learning right now, explore the other videos on this channel where we break down powerful financial ideas and real-world money strategies in simple animated stories.